Hi, this is Zak Mir with the Share Talk Bulletin Board Heroes on Monday, the 4th of June, and starting off with Eqtec, which in a way might actually be the best of the bunch today, but we had the gap towards the 50-day moving average the middle of last month, consolidated well without having to test the 50-day line again, which is normally a big plus, and possible top of price channel target from March there as high as 1.5 pence, obviously while we hold above the 50-day moving average. So if you can stomach a relatively wide stop there, that this could be the situation for you. Next up, stock which has been rather on the back foot of late, but I can't resist looking at it, even though we are still very near the bottom of the move towards 18 pence, just because it looks as though there's a falling wedge formation there from last November. That's a bullish formation. Would need an end-of-day close really above 19.5 to trigger that, or at least start triggering possible move there back towards the 23 pence zone, which was the post-March resistance. On to an old favourite, for some at least, having battled away against the shorts early in its career. We've got Mkango Resources here in a continuation pattern, large, wide rising trend channel there from November. All the lows since then well above the 200-day moving average at 6.5 pence, which is a bull signal in its own right, and recent support coming in at or just below the 50-day moving average at 7.92. View here really is that at least while we're above the 200-day line rather, the 3 to 4 month target here could be as high as 14 pence. Ideally, there's no weekly close even back below the 50-day average for this stock. Going on to another stock which is quite popular at the moment on Twitter, and that is Nektan, if I can get the right epic code. And here we can see that we had the initial jump through the 200-day moving average in the middle of last month, came back to consolidate, but nice to see that intraday dips towards the 50-day moving average, 21.18, were met and bought into. That's also the floor of a rising trend channel from September at 20 pence. So really, while we're above the 50-day line, looking for a target here as high as the top of the 2017 price channel at 40 pence plus. Time frame on that, maybe the next 1 to 2 months. Another stock which has taken a long time to get going, but looks as though we're finally on our way with Nostra Terra. Obviously, there was the big recovery there, October to January this year. Second leg looks as though it started in April, toying with the 50-day moving average quite successfully and gapping up above it today, which is a decent bullish sign. Continuation triangle here, so let's say above 3.7, 3.8 pence, looking for an initial target at 5 pence plus. And obviously after that, one would hope that the shares would be able to retest the January resistance around 6 pence over the next couple of months. Just revisiting Seeing Machines, one of the stars of recent weeks, and shares still having a little bit of difficulty getting through the top of this trend channel from October towards 9.5 to 10 pence. The hope, if you're bullish of the stock and looking for more, would be that we'd see a trajectory, something like that, with a higher trend channel up to 12 pence. And that would be valid at least while there's no break back below 8 pence. So maybe another leg to shoot for there. Finishing off with a stock which I think I already covered once before, but looks as though Velocity Composites breaking through the 50-day moving average at 64 pence after the exhaustion gap down at the end of April could be a decent sign for a return towards the 80 to 90 pence zone over the next month or so. That's it from me. More updates at the same time tomorrow.